What is going on, guys? JFick here, and I'm gonna talk about the market a little bit in this video. I'm gonna talk about a few things, but first, where did it go? It was right here. We got this Mbemba card, which looks okay, and we got this Luis Javier Suarez card, Marseille Dynamic Duo, for an 84 rated team, which is pretty cheap, but it's so bad. I shouldn't say it's so bad, but like I'll show you the in-game stats so you kind of know what I mean. Like 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 6'1", which is like pretty good in this game, but 71 composure instantly really throws me off of this card. I don't think his shooting is like gonna be that great for you. He doesn't have traits other than chip shot, and I just don't think that, like, this card might be okay at best. So I'm not even gonna bother reviewing him. Like, I'm gonna review pretty much every SBC that comes out all year, and I'm just like not even gonna bother with this one because even if he's okay, after 2 weeks he's pointless. Like, just don't spend your fodder on this card. It's pointless. The first promo that comes out, this card is going to be utterly worthless. Do yourself a favor and don't do him. But what we did get is, for the first repeatable upgrade packs of the year, it's a 78 plus upgrade. You get one rare gold player rated 78 or higher, and it's for 6 golds. It's no chem at all, which is really nice, by the way, that EA is kind of doing this so that like no chemistry is involved at all. That is a big W, but I do not think this is going to be worth it either. I'm going to do a couple for you guys. It just makes it so much easier to like complete the SBCs. That's like the one benefit of this new chem system, is I'm really glad they just went with, instead of like minimum 1 chemistry point in every player or something like that, that would have been really annoying. They've just gone with like no chemistry at all, which is really nice. Yeah, I really don't think these are gonna be worth it either. I mean, like, it's always okay to like turn in your duplicates, right, to get these upgrade packs, but I don't think these 78 plus rare golds are gonna be worth it. The first one we get is 81 rated Rafael Toloy. I'm not recording game sound, by the way, because EA still has not fixed this damn issue that's almost every time you load up the game again, your settings are completely changed, which I'm sure you guys are dealing with as well. Let's see if we can get someone higher than an 80 in this one, and then we can't. So there you go. Who's this? This is Luke Shaw. Yeah, this is just something that's like cool to throw in your duplicates into, like untradeable duplicates whenever you get them, but other than that, it's not worth it to do. So save yourself the coins, because also we're still waiting on the Gakpo SBC, the Eredivisie Player of the Month, and still waiting on the Raheem Sterling SBC, which I can guarantee you are both going to be better than this Suarez and Mbemba card with a premium gold pack at the end of it. Let's look at the Mbemba card. So I mean, it is a good card, like 6 foot, medium high. Once again, 74 composure, 82 reactions is just not ideal. Defending is good though. The physicals are really good. But it's just like, it's not, I just can guarantee you right now, giant throw-in. That's funny. Mbemba is more worth it than Suarez is, but I just would hold off both for sure. And I think you guys probably didn't need me to tell you that, but it's just my advice. So what we will do though is take a gander at the market. We're once watched Renato Sanchez finally did get his price range updated, and the 515k. Now, one thing I'm going to mention that I completely forgot about, that is my mistake, is that when their team's nation wins 1 game in the World Cup, I literally made a video covering this and I completely forgot. They get an upgrade. It's not for every game they win, they get an upgrade, but when their nation, if they win 1 game, they get an inform upgrade. So that makes way more sense as a certain players why they're more expensive. So yeah, Renato Sanchez being Portuguese, like, it probably guarantees a win in their group. So some of these cards make a little bit more sense. It's Ginola. So Ginola did get his price range updated as well, and he is not extinct. So he's 2.3 mil. And I think he was around 2.3 mil last year too. It was like 2.2 or something like that when the game came out. So yeah, this card is insane. So that got another price range update. Erling Haaland is up to 342k. He is getting extinct at 350. Wow, that is insane how much he's gone up. I bought this card at 120k, and I already sold him for like 290 or something like that. So I'm like, dude, I just gotta take this profit, and he's already up to 342. That's just crazy. But sometimes when you're a trader, you just like, once you have a crazy amount of profit, you just have to take it, and you can't be too worried about like holding on for too long and making the absolute most profit you can, because you're probably never gonna sell at the perfect time. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah, let's look at the index, because I'm just looking at these prices right now, and everyone just keeps going up. It's a crazy inflation. This is a higher inflation than there was last year for sure. We're up at, when I last covered the market, we were up at like low 180s, and now we're up at mid 190s. And right now, this is the panic before 6 p.m. So this is gonna go up to 200 today, or like 196, 7, 8, something like that. Remember how everybody was saying that like they didn't like the market being cheap last year? Because the market was extremely cheap last year. I don't think it's gonna be as cheap this year again. It could be, and we could have the biggest crash ever, like pre-Black Friday crash, but like certain players here are super expensive. I mean, yeah, there's a few guys who are going down, like Emre Can is at 14,000 now. So there's a few of these lower rated cards that are kind of showing signs of decline. Like Rashford at 13,000. He's been like 15,000 most of the, yeah, he was at 25,000 a little bit ago. But 15,000 mostly. There's a little bit here of these lower rated cards going down. I've like reiterated this in every single video, but a lot of these lower rated cards like Marcus Rashford, Darwin Nunez, Renato, not as much right now because he's out of packs. But Zakaria, it's kind of just a matter of time until these guys crash. Listen, the thing about this is if you sell Rashford right now, 13K, Zakaria, 30K, and say they stay 30K for another week, right? Like you check back in 5 days and Zakaria is still 32K or something like that. It's okay because you are still getting out when Zakaria is at around his peak price. Because I'm telling you, when Zakaria drops, once everyone starts to see Zakaria's 20K, that's when the panic induces, because this is one of the most owned cards in FIFA, right? I can guarantee this is one of the most owned cards in FIFA. Once people see he's like 20K, 19, 18K, the panic induces and everyone starts selling, and boom, he's down at 10K. Once you get enough coins, just move on. That's always my point at this time of the year. Once you get enough coins, just move on to the next tier, because they hold their price longer than someone like 83 Rafinha, who's 40K. I just personally always feel uncomfortable holding on to these cards for too long. I mean, Anthony, he's out of packs, so it's a little bit different, but 68K for an 82 rated card. Like, you obviously know that this is unsustainable. And it worries me that the second he goes back in packs, he's going down 10K. And then once he goes down 10K, it's just kind of a spiral from there. I could be wrong because the market could go way up this year, right? This market is a little bit different than last year. But I just worry a little bit that I don't want to be caught holding on to these guys when the time comes. But also, one of the big reasons we're seeing such like a market it's really a crazy market right now because people are still trying to figure out the meta of this game, right? I just bought this Benzema, I reviewed him yesterday, and he was 90 something K or like 100K. And right now, right after at 6 p.m. 626 UK. So people are buying back right now after 6 p.m. and he's at 125K right now. There is a lot of this market rise because people are trying to figure out the meta of this game. People aren't sure if like the agile players, like let's look at Vinny's price. I'm pretty sure Vinny's price has like not moved too much. Vinicius is 282. And yeah, he's like kind of gone, he went down a little bit here, and he's gone back up a little bit as well, but he is someone who, this kind of market trajectory of like down and then up is almost nobody has had that kind of trajectory. Like if we look at Cristiano, who was around the same price, or like very close to it, I mean, this is just straight up. Every single day he's going up in price. The same goes with Haaland, the same goes with Benzema. Haaland has gone, I mean, he's gone absolutely insane. He was sitting down here, it's just straight up to 350K. Benzema, same thing. He went down for 1 day, which is probably that pre-ones to watch, like kind of panic, and then right, like it's just gone up only ever since. And also people just, because big players have not been used the last few years, it's fun to use these kinds of players we haven't been able to use. Like Karim Benzema used to be an awesome player in FIFA up until like FIFA 17, and you just haven't been able to really use him since then because he just hasn't been very good. So it's fun to use a lot of these taller players that are kind of unorthodox usually in FIFA that are not this year. A lot of those guys are rising more than maybe like anybody thought they would because they're just fun. They're just fun to use. So if you were one of the lucky people who bought like a Benzema or Ronaldo, Haaland, Darwin Nunez when they were cheaper, you're looking good right now. Or Lewandowski. Lewandowski was not. I know he's out of packs right now, but he was sitting down here. I remember I could have bought him for like 50 or 60K a little bit ago. Yeah, I mean look at that. He was 56K until Friday, and then the lengthy thing happens. And then also, he was out of pack, so he's just exploded in price. Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot to look at right now, a lot to speculate about this market. I mean, look at Harry Kane. Harry Kane's 34K. I know he's fodder, and fodder's kind of going up on its own, but like, look at this price. I mean, Harry Kane was in like the 20s for a while, and then the lengthy thing happens, and then whoop, 34K. People are just trying to figure out what to do here. So yeah, I don't think there's much more for me to say right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Any questions about the market or anything like that, leave a comment. I'd love to reply to all of you. I love you all. Catch you next video. Peace.